Have you ever been in that moment? Someone asks, maybe casually, maybe not. So when are you having kids? And in the silence that follows, you feel a strange, quiet pressure. The air changes. You say, I don't think I want children. And you watch the other person's face shift. It's not always judgment, but it's something. A mix of confusion, maybe even a little pity. It's an uncomfortable truth that this simple statement can feel like a confession, creating a distance that wasn't there before. If you felt that, I want you to know something right away. What you're feeling isn't selfishness. It's not a sign of immaturity or an inability to love. It is a deeply personal, internal response to one of life's biggest questions. It's not an act of rebellion against society. It's an act of alignment with yourself, and it deserves to be understood, not just defended. For many, the desire to have children feels like a natural, built-in part of life, but psychology tells us that human desire is complex. It's often a mix of what we truly want from within and what we've been taught to want from without. Social expectation is a powerful force. It paints a beautiful picture of family, legacy, and milestones. For some, this picture aligns perfectly with their internal world. For others, it doesn't. Their sense of meaning, purpose, and continuity comes from a different source, one that is just as valid and just as profound. It's found in personal growth, deep connections, creative expression, or simply the quiet experience of being alive. This isn't a failure to want the right thing. It's the discovery of what is right for you. Our modern world also plays a role, in ways we rarely talk about. We often discuss the financial or logistical challenges of parenting, but let's go deeper, to the level of our nervous system. For some people, modern life is already a state of high alert. The constant stream of information, the pressure to perform, the emotional load of just getting through the day, it creates a baseline of overwhelm. For a nervous system that is already highly sensitive, the idea of parenting isn't just about responsibility. It's about adding a constant, unending source of stimulation. It's the sound, the touch, the worry, the complete surrender of your own regulation to care for another. Recognizing this isn't a weakness, it's a profound form of self-awareness. And this brings us to identity. Some people are simply highly attuned to their own limits, their own capacity. They know their own emotional landscape intimately. For these individuals, the decision not to have children doesn't come from a place of avoidance, but from a place of deep, honest self-knowledge. They understand that to be the kind of parent a child deserves, present, patient, regulated, would require them to sacrifice a core part of themselves that they cannot, or will not, give up. They choose presence over fragmentation, balance over burnout. This choice is an expression of integrity. So what happens to all that love? All that capacity for care? It doesn't just vanish, it gets redirected. Human connection is not a zero-sum game. The nurturing instinct, the desire to guide and protect finds other channels. It flows into friendships, making them deeper and more supportive. It's poured into creative work, building something new in the world. It's given to communities, to partners, to animals, to ideas that need a champion. The capacity for love is not reduced, it is simply redistributed, nourishing life in a different but equally meaningful way. Of course, it is important to distinguish between an honest lack of desire and a decision based purely on fear. Fear might say, I'm afraid I'll be a bad parent, or I'm scared of losing my freedom. An honest lack of desire is quieter. It simply says, this is not my path. There is nothing wrong with questioning. In a world that often pressures us into default decisions, taking the time to ask, is this truly what I want, is a sign of wisdom, not doubt. It's about making a conscious choice, not just following a pre-written script. So what does this all really mean? Deciding not to have children is not a rejection of life, love, or responsibility. It is often the opposite. It is a choice to engage with life in a way that feels authentic and whole. It is an acceptance of one's own unique nature and a commitment to living in alignment with it. It's an understanding that responsibility can be expressed in countless ways, by being a reliable friend, a dedicated artist, a conscious citizen, or simply a person who brings a sense of peace and clarity into the world. If this resonates with you, know that you are not alone. There's a whole world of people just like you, living full, meaningful, and love-filled lives that look different from the traditional picture. You have permission to listen to that quiet voice inside. You don't need to explain it, justify it, or apologize for it. Your path is your own. Trust it. If this reflection was helpful, consider joining our community. We explore the quiet, unspoken truths of what it means to be human. Thanks for listening.